Hey guys, this is Matt with 42 Pros, and in this video for 120 Wednesday, we're going to cover my top 4 video editing tips to make you a better video editor instantly. So let's get started. Welcome back to 42 Pros, and again, as usual, thank you for watching our content. It is greatly appreciated. But for today, it's my top 4 video editing tips for anyone and everyone. Hopefully, we'll be able to teach you something new today in these 4 tips. But before we get in them, as usual, let's go ahead and get that timer up on the screen and we'll jump right into it. All right, so here we go. Number 1, it is keyboard shortcuts. If you are not using keyboard shortcuts and you are a video editor, then you are going way too slow. Not to pick on you, but you definitely need to take the time to learn all of these different little tips and shortcuts on your keyboard, because this will make you way better and way faster of an editor. And besides, if you can get your projects back to your paid clients in a shorter time frame, then that would put you in good favor with them, and more than likely you would get more referrals, more work, more money. As you can see where this is going, I mean, you just get more benefits out of using these tips and these tricks with the keyboard. All right, number 2 would be learning when to use and when not to use transitions. All right, and just to give you some examples, if you have a lot of B-roll and it's in a similar place with similar people telling us similar stories visually, then you really don't need any type of transitions in those examples and in those instances. All right, so you can just really just butt those clips up, the little sections that you want, and then it'll flow properly. Sometimes if you're telling similar things visually, you can use a cross dissolve, which will help continue the thought on and on and on from clip to clip to clip. But usually you don't have to do that if it's a similar theme or similar storyline. Now, if you're taking one thought process or one scene and going to an entirely different scene, then usually you would want to use a fade to black or some type of transition to visually tell your audience that, hey, we're going from this one and going over here to this other one. All right, and it preps the people for what's coming next. All right, so now my 3rd tip is one I use a lot, and it's really subtle, but it's adding movement to your video clips. All right, so if you haven't watched the Getting the Better B-roll video, then go ahead and check the cards up here and it'll show you how I get better B-roll and some of the tips that I use for capturing all my B-roll for my videos. But if you just have some stagnant shots, which I typically do have some of those just in case as backups, then you can add movement into it with your editor. You use your keyframes in order to make the movements, whether you crop in and make it move from left to right, or if you crop in and make it move up and down, which is the tilt and pan, or if you can just have some zooms or some pulls to add that little extra flavor that will help your storyline flow that much better. Now, last but definitely not least, because this is one I really stress a lot, is using the 10-second rule. And in some cases, you may want to use the 7-second rule. Now, I actually learned this one when I was pro staff and editor with Midwest Whitetail, and this really helps engage your viewer into what you're telling and what you're showing. So it really encapsulates them into the story and the environment of what you are filming and what you are showing. All right, so literally, as you talk about it and you have somebody going over a narrative of what's going on and where you are, who you're with, and what you're doing, all the W's and who's and all that good stuff, then you can throw some complimentary B-roll on top of that every 7 to 10 seconds, which will help keep their attention, but it really and truly helps tell the story that much better, which will definitely make you a better editor and more desirable editor for different projects for different clients. So there you go, guys. That's my top 4 video editing tips that I use all the time and just about every project that I have. So hopefully you learned something new. If you did, definitely give us that thumbs up. And if this is, again, the type of content that you like and you enjoy and you get something out of, definitely hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you know when we upload videos, which we're trying to do on the regular at least once or twice every week. So, but that's it, guys. Until next time, Get the gear that's right for you, because only you can do your projects. And since we usually only have one chance to get it right, why not do it right and do it once? Till next time, guys, we'll see you in the next video.